After being declared the winner, Trump appeared at Mar-a-Lago, where he held his presidential watch party there and addressed the nation for the second time as president-elect.
Many people, I said, this is our last rally, but now we're going on to something that's far more important, because the rallies were used for us to be put in this position where we can really help our country. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make our country better than it ever has been. And I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason.
So, the election results are in, and Donald Trump has officially won the 2024 presidential race. Whether you're thrilled or worried, his return to the White House is sparking a lot of strong reactions across the U.S. and the world. Today, let's break down how people are reacting, what they're talking about, and what this could mean for the next 4 years. First, let's talk about his supporters. For Trump's base, this is a huge moment. They're celebrating what they see as a big step toward restoring policies and values that align with their vision of America. They're hopeful for stronger immigration policies, an economy focused on America First principles, and the repeal or change of certain social programs. Supporters are talking about bringing back jobs, cutting taxes, and focusing on national security. And we're seeing a lot of excitement around his promises for economic revitalization. Across social media, they're saying things like, "It's time to put America first again," and finally, a president who will stand up for our values. Supporters see this as a second chance to bring their vision to life and reestablish what they think was lost in the last administration. But then there's the other side. For a lot of people, this win has sparked major concerns. Critics worry that Trump's return could reverse progress on social issues, climate policy, and healthcare reform. Many are vocal about their concerns for civil rights and environmental protections, and fear potential changes to healthcare that could leave some Americans more vulnerable. We're already seeing calls for protests, with groups coming together to plan rallies and make their voices heard. There's a lot of discussion around how to stay politically active and how communities might organize to hold their ground on issues they care about. And online, people are saying things like, "We have to be prepared to stand up for our rights," and "This is a critical time to protect the progress we've made." For many, this election feels like a defining moment for what America will represent going forward. And it's not just Americans who are paying attention. Globally, reactions are pouring in. Other countries are watching closely to see how Trump's policies will affect international relationships and global issues. Some countries are worried about potential shifts in trade policies and defense commitments, especially those that depend heavily on U.S. alliances. We're also seeing cautious optimism from leaders who have benefited from Trump's policies in the past and feel his approach aligns with their own goals. But globally, there's a strong concern about what this win could mean for climate change efforts. During his first term, Trump pulled the U.S. out of the Paris Agreement, and many countries are anxious about the potential impact if the U.S. slows down its climate action. Reactions vary widely, but one thing is clear: the world will be watching. So what does this mean for the everyday American? One thing's for sure: this election has highlighted just how divided the country is. People feel strongly about their beliefs, and this win has only deepened those divides. Trump's presidency has always been a polarizing one, and his return is sparking intense debates. We're seeing people dig deeper into their political stances, and it's likely this will continue as his policies are implemented. Some see this as a time to rally together, while others feel the need to brace for challenges. Whether it's in communities, workplaces, or online, people are already preparing for a different kind of political climate, and potentially a lot of tension. So this is shaping up to be a time when many Americans will have to navigate conversations, take action on issues, and decide what they want their voices to mean. So here we are. Donald Trump is back in the White House. For some, this is a new beginning full of promise. For others, it's a sign to take action and protect the progress they believe in. The big question now is, how will we as a country respond to this change? What do you think lies ahead for America, and how do you feel about Trump's second term? Let me know in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going.
And we love the family, and we're going to have a great 4 years, and we're going to turn our country around, make it something very special. It lost that little thing called special. We have to make it so. We're going to make this so great. It's the greatest country and potentially the greatest country in the world by far. And right now, we're going to just work very hard to get all of that back. We're going to make